today I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, style tips for ladies on how to use these foam curlers. In 1 second, I'm going to brush out my hair, but I'm going to tell you a special way to do your hair. If you can find these at the Dollar Tree and everywhere, and I would never suggest ever paying more than $1.25 for these, because I'll tell you, all they are is a metal, basically like a metal rod that's curved on one end. It's stuffed inside of like a little mini pool noodle. I have very fine hair, and so they will catch that little loop that's on them, so that they stay in the foam. It'll catch on my little hairs and stuff, and I've had to almost cut one out one time, but I was able to get it out. So they're really not worth, spending a ton of money on. And if you love to have your hair curly, I'm going to give you a special tip. Okay, so when you're doing your hair like this, or you want it to be really curly, and I love doing it this way because there's no heat or anything like that. There's a couple of things I do. First of all, I put in some kind of like foam hair styler, basically, just a foam style cream that I put in, and I use something that probably a lot of people aren't going to use, but so I would say put in some product. Okay, if you want and you want to have a little shine, you can spray your hair with like a little shiny agent or whatever also, and then have your hair be slightly damp. So what I like to do is take a shower in the days that I don't wash my hair. I let my hair get like a little bit damp when I get out of the shower. Then I divide my hair exactly how I'm going to wear my hair later. And then I take really small sections, and I'll show you in just a sec here. But when I divide my sections, before I put the roller in, I twist as hard as I can every single section before I roll it on the roller. Okay? So I'm going to show you when I'm taking them out exactly what I'm talking about. And my hair is caught on one now, but it. Okay, so see how I've twisted it all up. And so what that does is it just gives it like a little bit of a twist, right? Now, if your hair, like mine, is fine, but I have a lot of hair, so like I can tell right now that this is kind of still a little bit damp because the ends were damp. I think it's probably going to be okay. And for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to take the hair out so you can see it anyway. But the smaller the sections that you do, you put your hair in, the curlier it will be. So see, this was like a really small section, and see how it's twisted up like that? Yeah. So if you, especially if you're a woman who's in your, over 35, and you're experiencing some of life's, regular changes and stuff, sometimes as women, through our diet and things like that, we can actually start to lose our hair. And if that happens, you don't want to be, or if you dye your hair a lot, you definitely don't want to be putting more stress on it by curling this stuff every day. I've curled my hair for years. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to keep taking these out. Okay, and then we're going to talk about some style. So I'm really excited to talk about that too. Okay, so see how this is like, that's exactly what you want. You want that boingy, great, fun curl. Because I don't even brush my hair out. And again, you're going to have to figure out for your hair type, because everybody's different. You're going to, okay, so all of these are out. It really seems like this one over here, the first one I took out, is the one that's, it's a thicker. So normally I think what I would do is I would recurl it probably and then blow dry it. But since I'm here, what I'll probably do is I'm going to fluff my hair out so you can see it done, and then I'll go and just like curl that piece, right? because it is still kind of damp. Okay, so after I take it all out, I have my product that I put in when I did this. Right now, just go like this. Okay, and that's it. That's really all there is to it. So, what I normally do is, I will hairspray a little bit right now. Okay. And I don't use it. I do sometimes use an aerosol can when I spray my hair. So I'll spray it with hairspray after I put the curlers in it, and then just sit there. And then, I try to blow dry it a couple times actually, making sure that, these ends are not, that they're fully dry. Because what happens is then you have one piece that doesn't really, it's longer than the rest, and it's going to be kind of a problem for the rest of the day. So you kind of got to fix that. But so this is a way that you can use those foam curlers, not damage your hair, and look amazing. And it's $1.25. You know, so okay. The next thing I want to talk about is trends. So I'm going to get into what the trends are going to be in some future shows. But what I want to talk about today is the denim trend. So I kind of thought that this was going to go away, um, you know, because it was so big all summer. And I thought, well, there's going to be something else, and there is other stuff. There are other things that are going to be coming out, but one, the denim thing is still in. So I want to talk about tube dresses and tube shirts. Okay, so I'm wearing one, and um, you know, I want to talk about transition clothes into the fall because I live in this state where we definitely have fall. It doesn't stay temperate all year long. The leaves change and all of that. And sometimes, you really want to wear something that's comfortable and it's cute, but tube dresses are just, in my opinion, a strange um, piece of clothing because if you have really big boobs, it always falls down. And if you have small boobs, it always falls down. And also, when you wear a tube dress, there's this kind of, it's like you get this look from people and stuff like, oh, like it's slutty or something, right? Okay, so, and also in the fall, sometimes you want to wear some of your really nice, comfy, that make your body look really cute dresses, but it's fall now. How do you wear it? So, this is a perfect way to add the denim and then style a tube dress for the fall. This would be an outfit that you would wear to go have coffee, to meet your boyfriend somewhere, right? To go have dinner with your boyfriend. This is, something you're not going to necessarily wear to hang out with your mom. Um, but if you want to look sexy and you want to wear your tube dress still, what I did is I put a tank top on. I made this tank top, it's just a Hanes cotton tank top on first. And then I just put this denim corset on over it. And I pulled the tank top, sorry, I pulled the tube top up just to where below where this, the logo is, so that, um, you know, you can still see it. You can still see that it's the pink, but it almost looks, it's the whole thing that looks a little bit, I like to shake things up, like when it comes to visualizing things, because, it's like, well, how is this staying up? And really, it's because I have, kind of a push-up bra on, and then also this. I mean, this is exactly what's keeping all of this together right here, right? So if you wore it without this, I don't think it would look really the same. So this is a perfect way, and I'll turn around. Now I do want to mention one thing. When you're wearing a tube dress and you wear a tank top or a shirt underneath it, you're gonna have to watch because, they do tend to ride up. So, what I like to do is have a tank top that's long enough to kind of cover my bottom and stuff. And if I can, have it go under, kind of a cup me underneath here. That way, hopefully it'll stay put. And, you might have to do a little adjusting. you may have to when you're about to leave someplace. And this is again, this is just for, run into coffee with your boyfriend or your husband. Um, going out to dinner really quick or whatever. But you can excuse yourself and go to the restroom and just, fix all of this stuff. But, it looks, I think it's something that if you are not a person who's afraid of showing your body, and if you have a nice body, you should never be afraid of showing it or never feel bad if you don't want to show it. Some people are not just like that. I used to never show my body, really. Um, and as I've gotten older, I feel very proud of all the work that I've done on my body, and I've never been embarrassed of my body. So let me just put it like that. Now, if you're wondering what kind of shoes you would wear with this, I personally have two different pairs that I would suggest. This is like a little pair of, just almost like glass slippers, like Cinderella. If they're comfortable, wear them. Even if they're not, just get some park as close as you can to the entrance. And then these, which I just recently got, um, this is like a little fun spin, and these are high, so I'm already 6 feet tall. So when I wear these, I'm like six. Well, I'm 5'11" and a half actually. I just got measured, so I must be shrinking. But these are, so you can see how tall I am in these, and this is a great little addition. And if you're a woman who's, and I'll tell you right now, I had an aunt who passed away who would wear little mini dresses, and she got a boob job when she was 75 years old. So you're never too old to look cute. I guarantee it. And I'm just going to put my leg. So this is what these look like. I think that they're really cute with this. They just make it look really fun and, just sporty. So here I am. So that is my style tips for today. I'm really trying to attract some more female viewers to my channel because most of them are men. And so I would love, to have a little diversity on my channel. And so I thought that I would share some, tips that ladies might enjoy hearing or finding out about. Or if you know better tips than what I'm giving you, please leave your comments below and let me know. I would love, if you're doing something way better than the way I'm doing it, I'd love to know. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much. This was really fun, and I'm going to be making more videos like this to give you guys a little insight into my life and some of the things I do just in my normal everyday. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.